So we could use a little, if we want to have a life coach here. I mean, I would hope that these churches in Asia and the third world, that they would send missionaries to the West, because they will help. They will instruct them as to how you do church, how you be Christian when you don't have buildings. You can't count on, the authorities being on your side and all this kind of thing. In other words, just get some practical help and leadership by example. I think we either need to get it over here and solicit it and bring these people here, or, Lord willing, the Lord will raise up people in those parts of the world to now be missionaries to the West. Because I think that's going to be necessary. If things keep trending the same way they're trending, and I expect them to. I don't think it's going to turn around anytime soon. We're reaping what we've sown, and I actually, nobody wants to sign up for persecution. Nobody's like out there, waving the flag. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, in the long term, this is probably a really good thing, because it's going to separate, to use the cliche, it's going to separate the men from the boys. It's going to separate the real believers from the people who are just there because of their culture, or it looked good, or it sounded good, or I thought it was a fire escape out of hell. Now I don't like it. Those people who aren't, they're not genuine followers of Christ. So it's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. And that in turn is going to produce a church that is more vibrant, it has a clue. It's well down the road to understanding why it's here. And then, to go on the offensive in the sense of we're still going to do the Great Commission. We're still going to disciple people. We're going to do everything that we're supposed to be doing. We're just going to reinvent it. Over on this side, it's very easy. And I've rung this bell too about, the millennials and others, who have just, forsaken the church, and they've, gone off and, believe in God knows what, basically because we haven't taught them anything anyway. But I don't know if you know who Ed Stetzer is.
Mm-hmm.
Stetzer has a bit of a different view here that the nuns, NONES, aren't classifying themselves as nuns because they don't want the faith. They don't want the institution.
Mm.
Okay, they would sooner see it burned to the ground than recreated. And to be honest, that probably needs to happen in a lot of places. So it's like, yeah, the millennial generation, there is significant potential there. But it's not going to look like the institutional church that the West has grown up with. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You can still have the doctrine and do the mission. It doesn't have to look like any of this stuff. And it can be actually better and more serious. So I think providentially that is where things are trending. And that is where things are going to go. So we have to do our jobs. Just do your job. And trust the Lord with the outcome. Believe that this world is not your home. These are just fundamental ideas. It's not rocket science, but it's going to hurt. There's no question it's going to hurt.